Hey everybody, Scott Card here with a quick tip on Proteus. So today's tip is going to be on hierarchal designs, and this is a design where we have a lot of smaller sub-circuits that all need to work in unison. And so the beautiful thing about using sub-circuits is it cleans up your drawings fantastically. Let me know at the end of the video. Hang in there and let me know if you like this style of video. If you'd like to see more of them, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to be informed when new videos are posted, make sure you do subscribe. And if you have any suggestions and tips, please comment away. All right. Okay, welcome back, everybody. And so here's a design that I've been working on. This is a little power supply. It's going to be USB driven, and you can see that I have several outputs that I want to be able to get from this. So I've got a plus and a minus 15. I've got ground. I've got a variable 12. I've got fixed 3.3, and the 5 volts comes directly through. And so, as you can imagine, there's going to be a lot of components to this, and a lot of unique circuitry. For example, the output stage is just going to be some filtering, whereas the UI and some control stuff, there may be a lot involved in that. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far, but I have done the USB input stage, and so what I want to show you is just how to set up this hierarchical design, and then how you can get in and start working on each of these sub-circuits. The first thing that we need to do is we need to go over here to the left-hand side, and we're looking for the button that says a sub-circuit mode. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're just going to draw a little box. Okay? And you can see that here's our sub-circuit. And so we could call this, I don't know, we'll call it input filter. Just because now my actual input filter is going to live down here. I haven't done it yet, but we'll pretend that's where it is. And you can see there's a bunch of labels here, and so bus, ground, power, bidirectional output, input, and default. And so for this, we have an input filter, so perhaps we want to have some power. Okay, and you'll notice that when we click on power, it has this little label. And if we hover over the edge of the box, it will allow us to actually put in a couple of these. So here, and it reverses it for the other side. All right, and if we go to the selection mode here where the little hand is and we double click, we can actually start to label it. So V plus, we'll call it. And down here, we'll call it V minus. And maybe this side here we'll label this as out plus and out minus. Okay, and this becomes a thing that you can drag around. You can modify it, and you can wire it into your drawing. And so this is fantastic. A nice little block diagram, and gets you started in conceptually laying out your circuit. Now we're going to take it a step further, and so we're going to hover over top of it, and we're going to right click, and we are going to go to our child sheet. This child sheet is it's its own drawing. It's the same as a page when we do multi-page drawings, but it does simulate much better than across multiple pages. And so how do we bring our inputs in here? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a default here. I don't want that one, sorry. I want a label, and we're just going to grab a default, and I'm going to throw in 4 of them. And I'm sure you can already imagine why I want 4. But I'll double click on one of the terminals, and if we do the pull down, notice that only the labels that are associated with this child sheet are there. So There's my V plus, my V minus, and out plus, and finally out minus. What did I do? Here, we'll go back to our parent sheet and see what we did. I labeled them the wrong. Okay. Things happen. Good. Okay, minus. There we go. We're all allowed one mistake, right? Our child sheet. And now we can change this. It should have our out minus. Perfect. And so this is actually a really good technique to eliminate some of the problems that we've seen in the past. Okay, so let's grab a component here. Let's grab a 78 L05. And we'll just drop this in real quick. Perfect. This is all fictitious, so we're not going to worry about it too awfully much, but we're going to go back to our parent sheet. And on here, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to grab a DC power, and let's call it 10 volts. We'll wire that into our V plus. And we're going to set up our ground here. There we go. And we'll make our ground a pass-through. And finally, we will measure the voltage here. Okay, so if you recall, we should have, so 10 volts coming in, we should see 5 volts coming out. Simple circuit. And let's simulate. And sure enough, there's our 10 volts coming in, and we're seeing our 5 volts out. So, great technique. Definitely makes layout a lot cleaner, a lot easier, a lot neater. And for people trying to understand your design, it definitely is a winner. Okay. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down's fine. Please comment. Your constructive criticism helps me improve. And if you'd like to be aware of these videos as I post them, make sure you subscribe. All right. Thanks and have a great day.